Let's try again. Oh, it worked. YouTube is up. I wonder why it didn't work last time. Okay, great. What about the video? Can you... I'm at a lower bit rate than I anticipated. I don't know why I put it at 6,000 instead of 8,000. As long as you can read it clearly, that's fine. I'm happy with that. Okay, video's good too? Okay, great. Okay, so I have to go ahead and make some attributes. I'm going to go to my character global again. I'm going to add those up here. Enum. But there are other places I can put these. For now, I just want to keep them all centralized. I can move them later. So again, these are character attributes. And then I'm also going to have an enum for character vitals. And I always like to get the character design working first. I'm still not dead set on my graphical style. I know I want it to be lower poly, simply because if I'm going to do it all myself, I don't want to be spending a weekend just making one character. A larger font. I need the larger font. I've got the UI at 175%. I've upgraded to a 4K monitor for this display. While I like the sharpness, my eyes are old. I need a better prescription for stuff that's closer to me. I have a new set of glasses, and they're great for stuff that's far away. Let me try them here. They're great for driving. They suck for reading. And because my eyes aren't straight, bifocals freak me out. They really give me headaches. That's pretty clear. I might just need to get used to them. I'll try them. Oh, this would be great. Oh, wait. When I look at the smaller font over here, when I look at this font, this monitor, they're great. When I look at this one, they're kind of eh. I'm going to wear them for a bit just to see if my eyes balance out and start going. Yeah, the small font on Kick. I can't read that. I can read them better here. And I do see better. I do want to give them at least a chance. Spend enough on these damn things. We'll try them. If I end up getting a headache, well, we'll switch. Okay, so let's do vitals first. There's only 3. Health. I don't have to call it health either. Excuse me. I can change these later. I kind of like the idea of vitality. Again, since I want to go steampunk, a lot of these names are going to have to change to fit the theme. But I want to get something running quick. So I'm just going to stick to the usual names. So we have strength. Dexterity. Another fighter one is usually Constitution. I like to have intelligence, wisdom, quickness. Go back to those old AC days. There's a difference between quick and dexterous, and then charisma. There we go. I think we got them all. So I got to think, how do I how do I get my stats up? These will have some sort of multiplier based on, like, for instance, health. Could be something like, I don't know, Constitution divided by 2 gives a bonus to it. If I come into skills, what if we did 15 here, 15% to attributes that this skill is tied to. And what are we at now? So it's 30, 90. That'll bring me down to 10% for free experience, which is about what I want. So that would mean I would need some skills or attributes to be tied to. Required skills, modifying skills. Modifying attributes. And this will be of type global character dot character attributes. Now, I'm actually going to need a class for modifying attributes, because not only will it take one or more skills, we also need some sort of a ratio of it. So like half of the strength goes towards a skill. So I'm going to make a note here for that. I'll probably need the same thing for skills. All the basic skills for the first version of the game, they're all going to be tied just to one skill. But later on, we could have, one class. Idiot. But later on down the road, we'll have multiple classes tied to a skill. And now that I think of it, I like modifying. Make this a class with an array of attributes and the ratio. And I might do that in a bit. Let's get this working first, though. Okay, so attributes. We need to go ahead and set these up. So export var now I want this to be an array. There we go. I'll save this off. And if we click on, we have the array right here. So I actually need to make some attributes. I don't have that yet, right? Yeah, I can feel a headache starting to form. Oh, well. Let me just go ahead and quickly put those away. So I need to make a script for modifying attributes, modifying skill. Ah, it bit me. Okay. So let's at least get these skills made. So we have to come to scripts. These are resources. These are going to be character resources. And we'll open it up, change its type. Give it a name. Let's do character attributes. Just a sec. Spooky Monkey, hey, how you doing? For some reason, my chat did not show up on, I'm not getting my YouTube chat. You've got your, a 43-inch monitor with 125%. It depends. I've always liked for the 27-inch monitor size, 1440p, and I just like that size. And I do like the 27-inch monitor size, but for this one, it's for the monitor that I'm looking at right now. I've basically got it for photography, and I wanted to make sure that I got 4K just for the maximum sharpness. So when I'm editing photos, but man, that text is really small at times. Maybe I should have, they didn't have this monitor in a 32-inch size. Maybe that would have been nice. Wasn't really an option, so I guess there's no point in really dreading it, right? So how's everyone doing in YouTube land? So I'm sure you see the notice down at the bottom here. Right now I'm streaming on all 3 platforms, so Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. Going forward, I'm going to be using YouTube purely just for uploading actual videos, not live stream. But since I have so many people that follow game development on YouTube, I want to make sure that I at least let you know, not just stick a quick post out to everyone. I've been itching to do some live streaming for a while now. Right now I'm looking at Sunday working on the hack and slash game. And then Thursday could be anything. Now, if I have to write some code for something I'm working on for school, that supersedes the hack and slash game. I'm hoping to have this done by the end of the school year. So character attribute. A lot of this is going to be the same as what we have for skills. Character attribute. So again, since it's a resource, I'm going to export it. We need a var. I keep forgetting that var too. Attribute name, which is of type string, which is equal. I'm going to use double quotes. Oh no. I'm going to use double quotes here, which we will call attribute name. I need export var. I think I'm just going to switch these to level. What have I been calling when all the rest? See, class level. I know I said I wasn't going to do any sort of refactoring. I was just going to let it go. It bothers me. Because I know I'm going to eventually refactor a lot of these into one class, a base class. Do I not have a level here? Character skill. Skill level right here. That's one thing I do miss, not using VS Code, being able to right click and have a like a find, not a find and replace, where I can change where the variable is once and it updates everywhere. Denulja. Sorry, I didn't see your text there. Hey, how you doing? Let me go ahead and hit. Give me just a second. For some reason, my chat is not picking up YouTube. And I don't want to have 20 windows open. So let me see if I can quickly fix that. It's not picking up YouTube. Again. I might just have to have another window open. It's Blaze. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm back. It's so annoying because I set it up just 2 days ago. Everything worked fine. I come back. I really wanted just to be able to hit play. Oh, for some reason, it's got my YouTube account set up. For some reason, it lost my Google account. I'm using StreamerBot for chat because it allows me to grab chat from different inputs and put them all into one spot, so I don't need to have all the windows open. But for some reason, it's not there anymore for YouTube. I wonder why. I'll try one more time. It says it was successful. Yeah, I'm not going to a 23-inch screen. Okay, so it looks like it should be working now. Let me go ahead and open up the chat. And it looks like YouTube should be showing up for me now, so great. Nope, I don't want it over here, though. I want it on this monitor. There we go. Someone in YouTube say something. I just want to make sure it works. So, Buddha, do you prefer Kick over Twitch? I see no reason to not stream to both. So, I'll go ahead. Do both. There we go, Brian from YouTube. All right, thanks. So, yeah. So I'm getting YouTube stuff now. There we go. It's nice only having to have one window. I can make the font really big, and it's right there. Okay. So what was I doing here? I was doing character attributes. GDScript for Godot 4. They don't have all of the support for C# that they did in Godot 3. So use Godot 4. It really doesn't matter. It's a simple enough language. It's very similar to Python. almost everything you do is making direct calls to the not the API, but the libraries that are written in C++ anyway. So you're not really. There's a few things I missed. There's no interfaces inside of GD script. There's ways to design around that, but I love my interfaces. It does change the way I think about design. That's not necessarily a bad thing. And I teach this class at high school in GD script. Since I teach Python for the intro class there, it's much easier for those kids to pick up and go with than introducing them to C# and having to not start all over, but not as far as it would with GD script. And GD script's fine. It's a perfectly good language. Like your game would have to be so huge, and the level of optimization you would need to really see any benefits. Like there are some things you can do in C# better, but if you really need that super optimization, you're going to C++ anyway. It's like, if you already know C#, it's great. Just jump in, away you go. But if you don't, I would recommend starting with GD script. And then when you need the optimization, learn C++. All right, so we got the level. I'll need bonus levels too that I can get from stuff. Should my classes be affected by my stats? So if I have a fighter, should he get bonus levels based on his strength? I don't think so. Skills. I do want to get bonus levels based on the level of my fighter skills, and also his strength. So I want that. I like both. I know some people are diehard. They either want to do inheritance or components. I like both. There's certain situations where some are just it's better used than others. If I take a look at my skills, my classes, and my attributes, and then later on I have to make vitals, there's a lot of those things that I can refactor out into one base. And I will. But generally when I'm just sitting down, if I don't sit down, do a lot of planning, draw any sort of diagram or anything, and I just go off the top of my head, I like to just think of each component individual and then come back later and be like, okay, I need to change this. Like all this stuff. There's a lot of repeated code that I will have to clean up, but it's fast. So export var. So I'll probably do the next few weeks streaming to YouTube. But again, as I said, eventually I'll stop and there'll only be videos on YouTube. So I don't know, Twitch and Kick. Pick one. I don't care which one you do. Oh, so let me see. You watch more people on Twitch. Some great streamers on Kick too. See, with Kick, all I ever hear about is the bad streamers. But it's been around long enough and it has enough of a draw to it that I'm fine with supporting. I looked in, people can turn off all of the gambling and all the channels that you generally don't want. There's toggles where you can turn those off so you don't see them in your feed. So I'm fine with it. I don't think me streaming over there is encouraging any of the, I guess we'll call the deviant behaviors. If anything, I might be pull one or two guys away from the deviant behaviors to actually learn how to make their own game. Make your own casino games. Oh, Twitch is getting too expensive to gift subs on? I have no idea what the price is over there. It's been years. I did get to, I think I'm affiliated. Yeah, I'm not a partner, I'm an affiliate. I don't remember what the difference is. I think it's when we got to partner, you couldn't multi-stream anymore. But I think they allow that now is what I heard. But it'll be forever before I get there. Tonight's decision was make stream pretty or just code. I picked code. Godot, you can make a lot of plugins for Twitch on Godot as well. You can tie into the web server. I don't know about Kick. Does Kick have an API that you're allowed to connect to? So like you can, even with OBS, you can hook Godot up to OBS and make all your own special effects. Somewhere down the road, I would like to do that, but I'm probably going to need a week or two to play around with it. Maybe in this game, I'll put Twitch chat integration so you can like spend your Twitch points and spawn stuff in. That might be fun. And it didn't look hard on the video I was watching, so we'll see. But again, level, I'm going to need... And for now, I'm going to start all my stuff off at 100, but we got to make sure. Statically type it. And I think I can just grab all this. There we go. And then I need a constant. And I do want to make sure all these names stay the same. As I said before, these will become... I guess technically I could throw them all on my character global right now. That'd work. Oh, this is so weird. Some of my chat just got repeated inside a streamer bot. Booteray's chatting in both. Okay. We got these. I need a way to add experience. So the main way to level these up will probably be through free experience, that 10% you get. That's going to be a lot of refactoring. Okay, so that means I need another one in here for levels. So this is the amount of bonus levels we get based on the modifying stats. And let's quickly, while we're here, we'll make vitals just to get it done and out of the way, because it's going to be very close to the exact same thing. How do you know when you need to refactor? When you do a lot of copying and pasting. Did I not open it? Chast name. And just to make sure all of these were singular, right? Yeah, skill, class, attribute. Oh, yeah, almost every RPG game I make has the same character setup with some small differences depending on maybe the genre I'm going for, just the overall theme. I really like having that micromanagement where, you know, okay, if I got enough to buy a pony strength or a point of this or a point of that, you know, what benefits me the most? I like looking at that stuff. Some people don't, but I do. This would be much more roguelike, not like the last one was open world. This will, since I need to keep it small, I'll probably doing some sort of not completely random dungeons, but procedurally generated. So I'll have rooms already made, and then we'll put the rooms together and put the stuff that needs to be in the rooms. But again, it's a nice year-long project. I'm hoping by the end of school year to have something working and out. Yeah, well, RPG games are probably the hardest ones to make. There's so much that goes into it. If you just want to like sharpen your skills, making small little arcade games, super fast. You can just pick one mechanic, make a game around it, and move on to the next one. And then work your way up. First-person shooters aren't that bad. Most engines nowadays, since it's such a popular genre, they're pretty easy to make in. But RPGs, you make a lot of assets. It just requires so much more than the other games. But it is my favorite genre. All right. Okay, so we'll come back to here. What do we got here? We're good. Clear that. Okay, character vitals. So let's change this word. It should be singular. I might refactor this one later on. It really bothers me how much I'm copying and pasting. This will be a vital name. And we'll make a character sheet just to kind of quickly test to make sure all this is working as well. Only wanted to stream for a few hours tonight, so I'm hoping to get that far. If not, next stream. I wasn't going to stream tonight originally, but chess ended early, so I figured why not. Like I said, it was either make stream pretty or stream. Okay, so then come back to components. Oh, I still got to make those. Let's start off with strength. And now to think of it, I'm going to need a way to reference these. And I really don't want to do it through attribute name. Names are going to be changing as they develop. There's always a chance of a typo. I might actually tie the enum in here as well. I still want to keep the name attribute though. We're in here. I'm thinking of having some way to auto load, but I know inside of your resources, I could have it automatically go into the resource folder now, load up all the ones that I end up making and sort them any way I want. But I know when I build it, I lose the file structure changes. I'm going to have to look into that to see how it changes. That reminds me, I just want to quickly look here for Twitch. Do they have gift? I don't know what Twitcher is. Very simple. This is one of the ones you can use to integrate. And GIF, this is the one I used last time. So it looks like we have quite a few now. I'll look at those later. This one's supposed to be really easy, but I'm familiar with this one. I don't know, does anyone actually ever play those Twitch games where you can interact with the streamer through commands? Because I started making the one on Mixer, and I liked it. And then I played around a bit with some of the early Twitch stuff with Godot. Never got very far with it. What I like when you work on Twitch is you don't have to be live in order for it to work. You can test while it's not live. Okay, so I know I need 6 of these. So if I come up here, actually for now, I'm just going to expand as I add them. So I can come up here, resource, character strength. Actually, I tell all my students, don't drag because you're just going to miss. How did it know? I didn't drag and drop that over. Oh, wait a minute. I want an array, but maybe not that. This is going to be a resource, so it's character attribute. This is what I want. So again, let's go ahead. We'll add an element. Click the drop down, do a quick load. I only have one made right now, which is strength. I'll add that. Let's go ahead and make a few more. So I'm just going to duplicate. Let's call this one Constitution. Double click to make sure it opens. Then just to double check, strength, Constitution, and I'm just going to go with the 2 for now. I can add more later. Okay, so I need somebody to display these. Let's do a user interface. I'm just going to call this, for now, character sheet. No, testing. That's good. And we'll put that in scenes, which apparently I got to go up. New folder. Where's the new folder button? Right there. I could turn it into a tool, but I have to look it up. I don't want to do that right now. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We'll instance something in here, which will be the character data. The only thing I have here so far is the attributes. I need a component on this one. Excuse me. Let's put it there. I don't want it in the skills folder though. We'll go up. Not under resources. I want it under skills or scripts. Character will be under components. And let's put it here. Let's create it. And then the first thing I'm going to do, again, I'll export these. They don't really need to be exported. I like to see it though. Before I do that, class name, character data. And then we'll go ahead and set up an export var attributes. It's of type character attributes. Well, let me do it like this. Can I design a value of no? There's okay, so it won't let me export it. That's fine. It still won't. Can I set a value of type no to? Oh, I was hoping it would inherit this type. Attribute component. Does it not inherit that type? I thought that would be the overriding type. No. So it wants me to do the on ready. I don't mind doing that. Some chat. Oh, there we go. On ready. Thanks, Aaron. Was it ironic? Moronic? Thanks. I need a few more here. So on video, let's do vitals, which would be type. And I haven't created it yet. I'm just going to comment this out for now. And just so I know, I need one for, I'll need one for classes, and I'm also going to need one for skills. We just need a node. Oops. Always do that wrong. Now, to be fair, I've only been back in Godot for a couple of weeks. It's going to take a while. And I use so many different languages right now. It's going to take a while to get used to it. Yeah, another hack and slash. I made a hack and slash like 10 years ago. My favorite style of game. I'm a huge rogue-like player. And I just like making my own. I'm going to stream almost the whole creation. There probably won't be a lot of videos on YouTube for it. Maybe some dev, once I get into it, maybe some dev vlogs every week or two. But for the most part, it's just going to be live stream. It's just easier for me that way. Now I was thinking about it. To make videos usually takes me at least 3 times as long as it does just to sit down and just code. But I talk so much during live streams, it probably takes me 3 times as long as well, but I don't have to edit. That's the part I like. Excuse me. I do miss having my mute button. So ironic moronic, how are you doing today? Oh, it was your first message earlier too. Well, welcome to the stream. Denulja. It was your first message too, so welcome to the stream as well. Denulja, were you over on YouTube earlier? I can't remember. Yes, you were. Well, welcome to Twitch. Now, to be fair, right now, you can watch on YouTube. I don't think there's any, like... Does anyone know how to turn ads off on Twitch since there's enough Twitch viewers on right now? How do I turn ads off? Because I know they'll automatically run. And I don't know where that setting is. Okay, so we've got the attributes one set up. For now, that's all I really want. I could go ahead and set up a bunch of different containers. For now, I'm just going to, let's just display strength. And I'll just do that in a label for now. We'll set up all of the containers later. And let's actually go look at it over here. No one knows? That's fine. Something to read about before I go to bed. Okay, so just for some text to see. That font is too small. Let's make it a bit bigger. Is 32 okay? Yeah, I can read that. Okay, so funk, let's call it update attributes. Make sure we don't return anything. You know what? The first thing I actually want is we should keep that ready. And I want to iterate through all of these. And assign the right ones. So the output I kind of want is like strength. Then maybe some sort of tab and like, I don't know, we're starting off, maybe he's got an 8 strength. So something like that. Do I have to do escapes? Nope. For a regular label, it won't let me. That's fine. But something like that. And then all the stats, again, we'll group them in a container later. So how do I get these? If I go into the actual back up, so scripts. I think the best way is just to tie it to the num. I need a good variable name for this one, though. Perfect. This would be of type global character dot character attribute. Oh, idiot. No, this is right. Attributes. Okay, what did I spell wrong? Global. This is actually wrong. Enums, if you were to follow the docs, whoops, should be Pascal case. That means I'm gonna have to go through and change a few things. And I'm going to close some of these down that I don't need right now, just so I know what I'm working on. Did I not call it that? I must have spelt it wrong. Did I accidentally close the wrong script or something? So I can't find the one I was working on that had the error. It was the attribute script. No, sorry. Yeah, it's attribute. I meant for this to be called attribute component here. I want to rename this. I hate that when I can't double click here to rename. I can't hit enter to rename. I got to right click and then rename that way. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. It really bothers me that I can't all the time. There we go. That's what I want it called. Okay, so let me come into resource. Now I remember what I was doing. That works. We'll come to the actual resources. I thought I just changed it in this script. I've saved it. There should be a drop down for it. Why is there no drop down? There we go. I don't know why I had to comment it out and resave it. But now I don't have to worry about spelling. Everything will be assigned through the enum. This one's good. To come back up to here. Then we can create a for attribute in attributes. And for now, let's just print them out. Get rid of that pass. Oh. So I'm going to have to go into the attributes too. So if we take a look inside of here, we have them as the character attributes. Okay. Okay, we don't get an error. We're getting the resource. Let's print out the attribute dot and then attribute name and then attribute enum. That should give me a value for the enum. Yep, 0 and 1. If we went ahead and open up global, we'll see that that's what it ties to. Strength is 1, constitution is 0. So yeah, that's working the way I expect it. Anytime I want to level an attribute or something, I should be calling it through here as far as the buttons go. But let's go ahead and we'll display it. Danny Lee, cheap viewers. Oh, someone get him. Yeah, I know 2 times this week. Get him, Roan. Get those cheap viewers. Yeah, I'm still going to stream Thursday. Right now, it's probably going to be this game. This will probably eat up a lot. I know at some point in time, I'll have to decide on an art style. And then there'll be a few weeks of just nothing but Blender. Yeah, so has it gotten worse for spam bots? Like spamming out the by your viewers? I don't remember ever seeing those before. I'm just saying, I don't get any on Kick or YouTube. Can you even buy viewers on YouTube? I have no idea. Oh, so it's just got a better spam bot filter. What about Kick? Did they just not have it, or? I can imagine you could buy them there as well. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. Okay, neither am I. It's one of those things. They had a red cube emoji already built in, like the angry emoji, so had to use it, right? So we got those. I want to try printing this out because if I remember it correctly, it's been a while since I've done this part. So I can do global character dot character attributes dot keys. I think I remember this. And then I can't remember if you put it in here. I don't think so. I think it's just keys. And then I can do this. And do a print. Why did it capitalize that? Or caps lock is on. In case this. And this should actually give me the enum name as well. If I remember it correctly. It's been a while since I've done this. Yeah. So part of me is like, I don't really need to have a string attached to this because I can just convert the enum name. And what's great about that is I know I'm going to be changing these values down the road. But some of them could end up being multi-worded. Then I got to parse through and get rid of all. I think I'll just leave it this way. Like, honestly, it's an int. It's not that big a deal. Okay, so next I want to get them up here. I'm not sure what you mean by what I mean by changing. I'm going to change their names. I have them in global right now as an enum, just so it's easy to reference no matter what script I'm in. I can just go, okay, give me whatever one I have tied to strength. Maybe later on down the road, I want strength. I want, well, constitution. I'm probably going to switch to like vitality or something like that. And I don't have to worry about, I can assign numbers to these, right? And then if I want to change this, I don't have to worry about going through all of my code and changing it there. I've only got one spot to change it, but I kind of like not having to parse through everything to make sure things, you know, capitalized. It's supposed to be capitalized. Turn all my underscores into spaces. Yeah, I can do that later. Well, I might later on down the road. Right now, I'm just going to leave them as ones. I'm not even sure how many main stats I'm going to have right now. I've gone with these 7. I might go to 8, might go to 10, might break it down to 3. There might just be a strength, health, and intelligence down the road. Yeah, it'll make it easy when I want to make bit masks out of them later. I still want to look this up because I still want to give it a class name too, but I don't need to as long as it's global. Let's go back into here. Okay, so now when I come through here, I want to, or in this one, no, this one. I don't need class test open anymore. So I want to come into here. I want to grab the strength label, which, do I have a reference to it in this script? I don't. So I'm going to be coming through the character sheet to go through the character data. So that means in character data, I need a way to grab that specific attribute. So I'm just going to comment these out because now I know how to access them. I come in here, just put pass. Get attribute. This will just return the attribute itself. So I need to pass in a, I'm just going to pass in the number. Yeah, let's just pass in the number for now. So global, sorry, I need the variable name first. So global character dot character attribute. I don't like the fact that sometimes it autocompletes, sometimes it doesn't. Is there something I'm doing wrong? I'm going to full screen this just so we can see it better. I don't need any of these, so I'll shrink that down. Func, what's wrong? Idiot. No. Attributes. Did I mention I get up at 6 in the morning? Okay, so all I want to do is return this is the attributes component. Auto return the proper, so this goes into the attributes. That means I'll need one here. And I had the wrong return type in that last one I just made. I guess technically I just return an int, but just to make sure I got it typed up right. Okay, I don't have a return. Okay, that's fine. So I have to go inside of this array and find the one that has the proper enum. So there's not that many of them, so I guess it's just a for loop for element in character attributes. If the element dot attribute enum is equal to what's passed in, return that element. And I actually need to not return that. I need to actually return our character attribute. If for some reason it can't find it, so it gets outside of the for loop, I'm going to return null. Null is good for GD. Yep. Okay. So I'll return null. That means I have to check when it's returned if it's null or not. So from here we go into attributes. Oh, this was attributes. So we have to go into character data. And I'm going to return. So I don't want anything to be able to access any of the scripts that will be attached here except for this. How can I make it private inside of... Can you make a node private inside of Godot? Because if you do the underscore, that technically doesn't make it private. All that does is just hide it from the autocomplete. Anyone know? Yeah. The more attributes I have. I always start off with the same 6 over and over again, but then sometimes I'll break it down to just 3. Sometimes I'll expand it out. I won't have necessarily skills. I'll just have attributes that affect, you know, if you pick up a sword, it's just automatically based off of half of whatever your strength and dexterity or something like that is. Depends on how in depth you want to get. Yeah, it doesn't. And I really want that because I don't want to, from outside, call in here. I'll just work it this way, and if I find a better way to do it, refactoring isn't that hard in GD script. So we're going to go ahead and get an attribute. This is going to return a character attribute. And that means in here, I have to call my attributes. So attributes.get attribute. And then for now, I just need to pass in, let's just grab strength for now, and we'll just hard code this part in. So global character attributes. See, now it's auto-completing. Sometimes it auto-completes, sometimes it doesn't. It bothers me. And then let's go ahead and return that. And in order to get to that, we have to call it from here. Now I can go ahead and add some sort of like validation checking and stuff in here. I should be checking to see if it's a null. Let's make that note. What do I do if a null is returned? I can do setters and getters. Under Godot 4, the GD script 2, there's a really cool way to do it up here as well instead of having to make methods for it. But again, just to flesh things out to get it going. But then if you do set getters and setters, again, your base variable is still technically not private. It's just doesn't show up. I don't know, maybe later on down the road after I get everything working, I do convert everything over to C#. I don't know. That's a problem for future PD to worry about. Okay, so I'm going to get that from here. So now I'm going to return that, which means I can come back to here, go into its script. Yeah. It's not like I'm ever going to share the code base. Not being able to access it in the sense of not having it show up in autocomplete is just not enough for me. Especially when half the time stuff doesn't seem to show up properly for me anyway. So this is the character data. Character testing. So I need a script here. Character testing, level testing, and we'll just put it right in here as well. And then open it. I'll keep the ready. We're not going to need process. I'm not going to get a class name, so I'll be deleting it later. So I need to go and get a reference to that. So on ready var. Let's just call it data for now. This is going to be of type character data. And then I also need a reference to this. I'm just going to, let's do this. Dot txt is equal to data dot get attribute. And I do need to pass one in. Why did I do this? I can come back into this one. This is going to return that, so I should just be able to do dot attribute name. And we get an error. Helps if I spell it right. All right, so I'm going to make a string up here. Var. Let's do name is equal to. And then var att value is equal to Now this will be an int for this one. Then here we should be able to just say str. We can pass in the attribute name, comma. Then let's do the attribute value. We'll have to put some spaces in there later, but that's fine. I think this will work. Yep, strength 0. I'm going to stop it. Let's come into, we'll go into the character data scene. We'll go into the attributes. Let's open this strength up. Let's go ahead and throw a couple levels into it. That's level 7 now. We'll come back to the character testing scene. Strength 7. There we go. I need some spacing and whatnot. I'm not worried about that. I'll probably break those up into columns later. King of Salt. Hey, how you doing? It should have told you on YouTube. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so again, for YouTube, for live streams, I'll go for the next few weeks, maybe to the end of the month. And then I'm probably not going to stream live on YouTube. I want to keep it just for videos. Well, welcome to the stream, King of Salts. King of Salt Games. Yeah. I'll either be on Twitch or Kick, one or the other, for live streaming. Okay, so we've managed to get one. And I was in the wrong screen when I hit save. Let me quickly check. What time is it? Oh, we haven't even gone for 2 hours yet. Oh, we're good. We can go for a bit more. Okay, so we've got that. I could do another one for Constitution. Let's take a look at the script again. So another way I could do this is with signals, especially since I have the enum for all the vitals. And if I do signals, I don't need all this code to, like talk to the character data. Character data talks to the attribute. The attribute gets the value, then returns it all the way back up. I could just use a signal. But does it break my my components? So because I really want everything just to be a component. Components in components. I kind of want to use signals, but is that just the Unity part of me wanting to use that? Because that's how I do it there. I don't know. We'll stick with it. Okay, so let's at least put an S so I can see it. Let's we know experience works. We did the class test earlier. I don't want to start working on my character sheet yet. I could start working on items. Let me take a look at all these base classes I have set up. Oh, Eyes and Ozzy on Discord? Okay. Yeah, I just got back into Godot 2 weeks ago, roughly. I've always liked it. It's just a matter of finding time to do stuff these days. Let me come down to my resource scripts. I think I'm going to refactor this now while I'm here. Let's call it levelable stat. So it's still going to be under resources. Character, script, resource, character, create 2. So we'll have one script called levelable stat. It will be of type resource. Oh, come on. Resource. And of course, class name. Oh no, I hate that stupid insert key. Class name. Let's just go and make words up. That's what programming is all about, right? Making words up. Okay, so we've got this. There's a few things we got to add here. I'm just going to grab the attribute. This I want to be unique to each class. But we no longer need attribute name. I'm actually going to cut this out. Actually, I'll do this, except now we're going to have stat name. Let's come into character attributes. Where's that? Right here. We no longer grab from there. We're going to go from a levelable stat. So that'll give me the name back. That's unique. All of this we can grab from here. And to be fair, this doesn't need to be, let's start finalizing. Well, not finalizing, but moving towards that. If we hit clear. This can be copied or cut. And go through all those other ones and fix it. And then here we got a little bit of a difference because we got to pass in a constant value. I think I'll move these to the global for now. And then, no, that's still not going to work. Is there a way in GDScript to call super? It's 2 years ago. What language is he doing it in? Okay, so it looks like we do have super in GDScript. Let's make sure. So if we're going to attributes, we can say func add and then what did I call it over here? I just called it value. That's fine. I've type int. We don't actually return anything from this. We'll call super, passing in value. But then I'm going to call my own level up. And what's wrong with this? I see some text going by. Give me a second. Why can I not find this? They have a Python script on GitHub. It hasn't been updated in a while. I don't know what state it's in. Let's take a look. There's nothing in the asset lib, but I know there is one on GitHub. I haven't tried to see if it works or not. Oh, Salty's King of Games. Yep. Surprise, you jumped on Twitch anyway. If anyone knows how to stop the ads on Twitch, let me know so I can turn them off. I don't know. And I don't want to spend 10 minutes going through all the menus trying to find it. Brave doesn't stop Twitch ads for me. They're baked right into the stream. Let's get out of there. Come back to the script. Oh. You got the pumpkin. Evil QB with a pumpkin. When someone subscribed earlier, they should have got one too. I don't recall if it showed up or not. I'll have to check that. Again, it's going to take me forever to get the stream up in the way I want. My stream is affiliate. Now, to be fair, I haven't really used it in 4 years. But I noticed that today when I was clicking on my little icon, it was showing me as affiliate. What's that? Oh, YouTube. I don't know why Stream Elements just sent that out. That's got to be something I had set up from 4 years ago. There's a lot of work to be done in the stream. But I didn't want to work on stream. I wanted to code. Okay, so again, class name, levelable stats. If I come into here, it says it cannot find levelable stat. Why? Yeah, it's not part of it. Oh, wait, I moved this to, maybe it's because I got to fix all these errors before it updates it. Let's find out. Global character dot. Now this was, this is attributes. Oh crap, what did I call it? I thought I put all of them in here. Now here's something I'm not sure. You can typecast it, but I'm not sure if you have to. For a float, for const. Nope, it still can't find it. Yeah, I started refactoring it, but I should be able to extend this one. Maybe it's because I had an error in this script because I haven't brought that over yet. That's what it was. So because I had an error in that one, whoops, because I had an error in that one script, it wouldn't let me inherit from it. All right. Now, I like to have my class name and my extends on the same line. You can have them separately. And a lot of documentation I look at online for GDScript, they do have them separately. I just like it this way. I don't think I'm ever going to change that part. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is I do want to have a level up. I guess I could just call it and pass it in as a parameter. And then I'm just gonna, well, multiplier. Except I never call this one. Oh, now it's just getting messy. Yeah. I'm just saying, if I used VS Code, that probably wouldn't have happened. So I don't want to put it here because then I got to pass it in up here. And then just to get it to work, it gets messier and messier. Technically, I could just, again, call super and just have this one line cut out. There's something I'll have to test here. If I don't pass in a parameter, does this work in GDScript? And then can I just, I probably can't access this from here. There's a few other things I can do with it, make it a variable in the script itself. Level up. That's probably actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably the better way to do it. Yeah, I'm just, uh-oh, battery low. Charging. Let's come into here. I'm just going to make a variable up here for it. Var multiplier. Which should be of type float. I'm just going to equal it to 1 for now. We can come down here, get rid of multiplier. I don't think we have the scoping issues that we get in Python. And then in here, before I call level up, before I do anything, I'm inheriting from it. Oh, wait, when I call super on add experience, does super have to be first? Is it like other languages? I'll have to run it to make sure. Because if I can change it, then call super, that'll bring me down to here. And I think that'll be fine. Because then it'll call level up and the multiplier will be set. But a lot of other languages, you can't, you have to call super first. What happens if I just try to run this? Do I get an error for that? I got to switch this over to stat name. Since I started refactoring, there's going to be a lot of this. So stat name 7. That's not right. Let's go into character data, attributes. Come on. Where's my divider? Okay, so I'll probably have to fix Constitution too. It's because I changed the variable name. This is where I was saying it's nice to, if I just went off the enum, I wouldn't have to keep changing every time I change the name. And am I still in the right scene? I am not. Let's go back here. All right, strength 0. Why'd the value change? I thought the value would be the same. Let's go back into here, attributes, strength. Okay, there's something wrong with that script now that I've changed. Oh, this has become so much messier than I wanted. It's all part of the learning process, I guess, right? I have no errors here. Oh, I took some stuff and didn't make it export. That's why. If I come back into here and I export, let's just export level. Just to make sure it's actually working. Now, if I come back up here, open up strength. Now I can see the level. Again, let's make it, I don't know, he's buff. He's got a 20. Come back into the test level. Get in there. Get attribute and base null instance. So it couldn't find it. So if I go back into here, I don't recall changing it. I don't need it to be unique right now. I don't know why it changed. All right, strength 20. So we know it works. That is weird though. I'm going to come back to here. I don't need it to be exported. Should we start all stats off at 1? It's something to think about later. Yeah, it's true. Is it almost? I figured I'd go for 2-3 hours tops. Let me see. Yeah, the tireder I get, the less productive I get as well. 2 hours and 18 minutes. I can go a little bit longer. So I'll go ahead. Let's add another one here. Now they're in the exact same spot. Later on, when I put them in a container, I'll have them moved around. For now, it's fine. And then I literally should be able to go Constitution. Let's drag that in here. We have to tab it. Dot text. Is equal to str. Can I break this up over 2 lines? I think I can. Now, I don't want to hard code all the ones in. I'll have to set some sort of for loop up for it later. It shouldn't say strength though. And it's because I didn't change this. I'm hoping to get all the basic character development done by the end of next Sunday. And then we'll start moving on to 3D modeling. Actually, I'll just start off with cubes. I always start with cubes, right? Then we'll start developing our world. I don't know if anyone's looked at the Godot, the 3D maps that you can make where you can, in Unity where you can paint like 2D tile sets. They have something very similar, tile maps inside of Godot where you can paint your dungeons. The first few I'll go ahead and just hand make, but I do want to be able to take that dungeon or that map and be able to somehow procedurally generate it. I might go ahead and actually make rooms. And then based on the size of the room, have it placed. Does anyone remember the old hack and slash I made? It was a 2D one with heat maps. I've always liked doing my algorithms that way for the maps. I can probably find it. It might be unlisted. Give me a second. Let's see if I can find that aspect. Because this is my favorite way to make roguelike type maps. Channel videos. Oh yeah, it was a long time ago. Everything was a long time ago. But what if did I save heat map? It's not under that. I know it was 2D. It's not there. Yeah. I don't think it was a decade ago. It was definitely before Godot. Actually, yeah, it's 2024. It might be. 2D. No, it was after 2017. So, yeah, more than 5 years ago. 2D. Oh, God, there's so many. I forgot I did all the 2D nodes at that one point. Before all this, man, I was horrible at making thumbnails. Some of my titles are absolutely horrible too. NGUI was after that, I thought. Yeah, the original hack and slash was around 2010. It was a long time ago. It was after all this. God, I wish I could remember what it was called. It was like a 2D Diablo clone. It was after Mixer. I am not scrolling through all my videos. There's like, I don't know how many hundred that are public, but I have a ton that are private and unlisted. Am I in playlists? Videos. I think it's before all this 2D stuff. It was before I started at the school. Oh my god, I completely forgot I had a Simon game. It was my week 2 game. The very first year I started working at the high school. Wow. 8 years ago. So I know, I'm pretty sure it was before this. No, I'm down to an item system. Yeah, I can't find it. There's the old Heavy Metal Halloween. I thought it was after that. It might be a different channel. I might have deleted it as well. My lord. How many videos on the item system? It was definitely before that. Artob. Hopefully it's pronounced right. Thanks for the follow. On Twitch. Yeah, I can't find it. Which is a shame because I wanted to see how I implemented my heat maps in Unity. And see how easy it would be to convert over to Godot. You can actually mix and match languages too. I'd have to get the .NET version of GDScript or Godot 4, but you can mix and match languages. So maybe there's just something that you really need out of C# that you can't get in Godot. You can just go ahead and write just that one part in C#. Now, since I'm using GDScript at school, I'm purposely trying to stick to GDScript, at least for now. Just so I get better at it. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't find it. If I find it later, I'll go ahead and favorite it or something. Okay, so let's get back to this. Am I getting it right? I am now, right? Yeah, Constitution 0 because we haven't upped it. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is put a button here beside it. Actually, no, sorry. We started going ahead and refactoring all these. I should do the rest. Character class is no longer extending resource. It's levelable stat. This gets moved into global. And I am going to rename it. And even though I'm starting them off all at the same value, I still want to make sure they're tied to different constants. Because I might want to change that down the road. Yeah, I really like C#. It's still one of my favorites, but it might be because I spent pretty much all of the 20 teens. The majority of the stuff that I did was in C# or C++. Godot's fine. I do a lot of Python now. Maybe that's why I don't mind Godot or GDScript. It was definitely not my favorite a while back. So this is class level. So we got to come into here. It doesn't like any of this because it gets that from the other one. I don't need name anymore because I believe I'm getting that from here, right? Nope. Levelable, where are you? So yeah, we have stat name now. So again, we'll come into here. Yeah, we don't like name because it overrides one one of the default functions or properties of everything. We don't need level up anymore, right? All I need is add experience. And then I'm setting the multiplier. So really, I'm just going to copy this. And I don't need that for class either. So, wow, this one got really small. And then we change this instead of a level. This is for the class. And I used the wrong casing there. It's Pascal casing, not Pascal snake. I kind of miss that in C# where it's just pretty much Pascal and camel casing. And you have so many different, you also have snake casing in here as well. Okay, so that should work. We're done with this one. And I'm going to actually keep this function because now we have to go into, we did class skills. There's a few here I'm going to have to change. So let's grab this first. Global. Come back into skill. We don't need this. I do need these. I still got to make that class. I will need bonus levels. We don't need this. I still want to keep this documentation. This changes. And this is gone. And then I can just come into class. I'm just going to copy this, come back into skill, paste it right over top, except instead of class, we do. There we go. I'm trying to think what else is going to get modified by skills and classes. I don't think anything. I'm not going to modify my class itself with attributes. So this is it for here. Oh, we want it's character skill. Oh, I didn't inherit. There we go. That is so crazy that I can call super after I've changed it. So you switch to visual scripting. So are you using visual scripting inside of Unity? Bolt came out after I left Unity, so I don't really know how well it is. I think that's the big one right now, right? Is Bolt? Or do they have something new? Yeah, it looks like Super doesn't have to be first anymore. At least it's not throwing errors. Oh, Godot 3.5. Since I used C# back then, I just didn't care about visual scripting. Oh, Blueprints is in Unreal. I do like Blueprints. The more and more I started playing around with it, yes, it's more efficient resource-wise to code it in C++, but my God, it's so much faster just to use Blueprints once you get used to it. And character vitals, that's the last one. You know, when I stopped streaming to YouTube, I can change the music I listen to. Can everyone hear the music? Or is it just me like sitting here like, and I was like, what the hell's he doing? What's in his coffee? And where can I get it? Okay, so name, vital. We don't need any of this experience stuff. Okay, the character vitals, they're going to be modified by stats. So I'm going to come into the skill. We will need this and this, but they're not modified by the class. I'll need this. I can replace this. Get rid of this. And then change this to vital. All right, that cleans a lot of it up. I'm going to make one more class down here before I go. And this is going to be of type modifying. Excuse me. I called it a stat or tribute. Modifying a tribute. Now, I don't like that. I'm going to change it to stat. And this does not need to be a node, so it's another resource. So for those that are used to watch Unity, when you're looking at the Godot stuff, a resource is essentially a scriptable, what's it called? I'm blanking on the name. Scriptable, a data container. Oh, what's it called? I'm blanking on it. I like them a little bit better than the Unity version. Scriptable object, that's it. There goes stream elements too. I'll have to change that. That's something I set up 4 years ago. Okay. So modifying stats. So we've got a few things here, and I will need to export these. So export var. And I guess this will be an array. See, if I leave it like this, then this automatically fits right into vitals and skills. But this is the exact same script, except it takes your class instead. You know what? I'm just going to leave them the way it is. Until I need to refactor it later. So we need to grab this. Actually, no. Modify stat is not this. This will be a character, a tribute that I need to export. Var. Ratio isn't quite the right word. multiplier maybe. And this is type float. And since I'm going to have two of them, now I should be able to come back into the component for a resource. Do I have a skill one? So modifying attribute. Whoops. Let's load that script up because that can be changed now. So that's my skill one. So I can have this as an array. Whoops, I didn't want this one yet. I did this one. An array of modifying. I called it stat. I really should change that to attribute. I was originally just going to have one that did both, but I'm too tired to think about that right now. So let's rename this. And we'll open it. There we go. Come back into skill. And then back into modifying stat or attribute. And I want to be able to tie this to that enum. What do I call it? Character attributes. Damn typos. There we go. That one's so like. The typo. Okay, so let's get back into a skill. I'll just grab sword. So the modifying class. For now, I think I'm just going to have. This is all of my basic skills. There's only going to be one, so I don't need to make it an array. But for modifying attributes, I still will need to work something out. I might have to change this a bit, but for now, modifying attributes. If I open this up, let's say sword. Let's just say it has 1. And that's going to be... I don't want to load it up, actually. I need a way to get the one that's tied to the character. So that means I have to do it through this component. So I'm going to need a script attached to here that'll go through all of my skills that I have assigned here, go into the attributes, match up according to whatever I have for the enum value, grab that value, and bring it back. But I can set some of them up now. Actually, no, the way I got it set up right now, I can just make a new one. So the stat I want is strength. The attribute, I have to tie it to, I'll do that part later. The multiplier, let's say half the strength. So let's say I have a 10 strength. That's going to apply 5 to my sword skill. And then if I get something that I want to have more than one, I can just come in. Let's shrink this up. I can add another one. I've only got one other stat right now. But let's say sword also relied on, I don't know, constitution because it's heavy and you got to swing a lot. And of course, you'd want to tie it to your tribute that you already have there. And then, I don't know, maybe a third of your constitution also goes towards your stat skill. That's the way I want it. For now, I'm just going to stick with strength, though. But I'll probably do that next stream, maybe Thursday. Tomorrow I have Smash Bros. Esports, and I probably won't be getting home too much later, and I got some grading to do too. Thursday I'm actually free a lot during the day. Thursday's my short day at school. I don't have any afternoon classes to teach, and I don't have esports that day either. So my time, like right now, it's almost 11:30. I could be on like 12 hours earlier. I can come on much earlier during the day. Is anyone on during that time, or is that good for anyone? %75% of your errors are coding issues? Aren't 100% of the errors coding issues? Well, Thursday's your busiest day. This semester, Thursday's my least busy day. I usually get a lot of grading done those days. But, hey, I kind of got to get this game done. Once I get the character stats and everything else done, we'll go ahead and jump into... we'll start off with cubes. Like, I've already got a general idea of how I want to... I've never done a lot of steampunk assets before, so it'll be a whole new art style for me to do, too. And, of course, always to the first wave, just going to suck, but I've got a year, almost. I've got 2 semesters. So we got the multiplier, we got the tribute. I just want to make a note here. Honestly, I don't even think I need the attribute field. Because if I know what the enum value is, I can just grab it, come up here and say, hey, give me the value that's associated with the stat that has this enum value, and just return that. And then I have the multiplier. So I'm either really tired and not noticing what I need, or I just don't need that value. I don't need to keep track of that string. And if I do, I can add it back in. Exponential failure. Yeah, me too. Especially when I haven't slept in a while. It's always one of those things where it's like the next day or 2 days later, I'll come by and I'll start looking at my code and I'm like, what the hell? I've never used any of the Git stuff built into Godot. I still use VS Code. I just load it up and put it there. Okay, we got all these. I'm trying to think, is there any other enums I'll need? What do I got for skills? We got axe, sword, bow. I'm not going to have a ton of skills. Ideally, 8 to 10. I'm not making a huge game. Same as classes. I got my 4 basic ones and maybe 1 or 2 specialties off of it. Like Druid. Druid could be a combination of fighter priest. And then, I don't know. I in D&D, have always liked playing mage thief. So I'll probably try to find something that fits with that. But again, steampunk themed. Excuse me. Vitals, I'm probably just like renaming them. That's it. abilities we'll work on. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today. My son didn't come down to get any help with homework, so that means he didn't need any. Does anyone have any questions before I head off? I'm probably going to make myself a sleepy tea and head to bed. Probably shouldn't have drank coffee this long. But it kept me going, right? Wonder why some are blue and some aren't blue anymore. He doesn't have a girlfriend yet. That I know of. Now, he had a lot of homework to do tonight. Not as much as he had last night, but he had enough to keep him busy for tonight. I think he had like history, some English. Those aren't the subjects I help him with. You see my spelling, right? And I'm from Canada, so I don't really know a whole lot about U.S. history. Like I know the key players and some of the key events, but that's it. There's 15-year-olds with significant others at my school. He's just not one of them yet. And I don't mind waiting. Okay, so let me see. Modifying. I don't think I'll need one here. And again, for the skills, I can make all of them just, take the character level divided by 2 or something like that. Okay, so I do need some other functionality in here besides leveling it. Like for here, I got to calculate bonus levels. And I'm actually going to put it above here. Yeah, we'll just do the whole word. So for here, and this actually has to go up here because I want that comment to stay there. And to be fair, I want this to be part of the docs, not a comment. Okay, so here, we'll say half the class levels are added as bonus. Iterate over the modify. We'll just say stats. No. So actually, now that I think of it, I'm going to need to keep track of more than just, because let's say I get 10 bonus levels. Right now, I'm just calling, where's levelable? When I want to get the level, I'm just calling the level. But as you spend experience, you can earn levels that way too. So I need to keep track of that. So we'll just call that levels earned. So this is the ones you spent experience to get. And this is going to be an int. No semicolon needed. Every stack can have experience spent, so we'll keep that there. Did I make that a capital I? I did. That should have been a lowercase. Can I do it here? No rename. What about here? Nope, it's going to force me to go look for it. So it's an item that'll be under scripts and resources. Items. Yeah. GD script, lowercase. There we go. Did I screw any others up? No. So let's come back into here. So here's another spot where I could use inheritance because I'm going to have to do this inside of vitals. But I just don't feel like doing it right now. There are a few more things I wanted to add in here too. Health regenerate. Every class is going to be different. So we can actually just make these exports. Debating on if I want to cut it short or not. Of course, it's going to have to be a float, not a float. And I'm going to start all of them off at 0. That way there, every time you take a point in, let's say fighter, maybe fighter has, like 0.2 health regeneration and 0.1 stamina regeneration. Where if you take a level in mage, they've got mana regeneration and maybe stamina regeneration of certain amounts. What else do I need that doesn't require a lot of thinking and coding right now? It cracks me up that I still have 2 viewers on Kick. I've accidentally been ignoring the whole thing. So we're almost up to 3 hours. I got about 5 minutes left, so I'm just going to go and I'm not going to do any more code. I'm just going to leave this here. I'll set up GitHub later and start pushing it out to GitHub. So if anyone has any questions or anything they want to say, now would be the time. GP Blizzard. Didn't see a pop in. Welcome to the stream. You got here at the end. So you've been doing a lot of game development then? Over the, a long time ago, so a decade ago? It is kind of cool to see some people that have actually got some games out, got them published, and like they'll send me a link or something to their game so I can see it. I can definitely tell once I've gotten rid of YouTube for live streaming, I got to change the music. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Stream Beats has a bunch of things that aren't this. I don't know if I like this any better. Maybe something lo-fi. I need the music to kind of distract me, but at the same time, I want something I can actually enjoy. Oh, good. Yeah, unfortunately, YouTube doesn't like it when I do that. Not that it matters. I'm going to end up priving the stream or just deleting it outright anyway. Yeah, I need background noise to code. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? I forgot. I did set something up in OBS for just chatting. Oh, boom. So I'm using the new OBS bot camera. I don't like it. I'm going back to my DSLR. DSLR takes up so much more room. And when I mount it to my desk, it's like hard fixed. It doesn't move. Where this, I can like pick up. move around. Look at all those boxes I got to cut up. Can you see them? All the boxes? I had a flood, and I've been rebuilding down here slowly. And this week we got a bunch more furniture in I've put together. But my God, so much crap I got to get rid of. But it's worth it. I don't like the way this camera looks at all. It'll be fine. My son wants to start streaming. I'll give this camera to him. Here you go, son. I need to hook up scene switching through my Stream Deck anyway. Yeah, I have Spotify set up. I'm trying to use stream-friendly music right now. But I get tired of it after a while. After 3 hours of listening to the same soundtrack, I need something to mix. They need, besides Stream Beats, what else is there that's open that you can use? Does anyone know? I'm actually going to switch this back. That means I have to come into here and switch that back. Oh, I'm in the wrong scene. Well, why didn't it put anything up? I made one change. Okay, we're still getting them. So next time around, I'll set up the rest of the stats, the vitals. We'll get some more skills made. Set up a really rough character sheet. Set some buttons up so that we can increase and add experience in that to make sure all the functionality is working. Then I'm going to start deciding what I want for levels design. I don't know if I want to do characters first or level first. They're both going to take a lot of time. Maybe I can make Thursday. It'll take me a long time to model what I want. Maybe we'll do level first and we'll just do cubes. Then we can get combat working. Because this time around, I really want to use a lot of tweens. I don't want to just use animations and keyframes. I don't want to just go to Mixamo and grab all that stuff. I want to get back to doing it all myself. Music from 28 years ago to avoid copyright infringement. I still get flagged with that when I play stuff from 28 years ago. I'll play stuff from the 80s and still get caught. Right. Very few people have ever been hit with DMCA while live streaming. If you leave it in your VODs, they'll get you. But OBS has a checkbox that you can set to be which one do we save to your VODs type thing. And you can set it up so that that channel does not have any music in it. So when it saves it off, it just saves, all your other sounds except for what you don't have checked. In my case, it would just be music. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm eventually going to stop YouTube. I want to keep YouTube just for videos. If people really want to watch the live streams, come on over to Twitch or Kick. To the best of my knowledge, those are really the only two players for live streaming. I never watch live streaming on YouTube anymore. They've made it so hard to find stuff that you want to actually watch that I've just said screw it. Like Twitch has done stuff that I don't like. Kick does stuff I don't like, but at least they're easy to use. And the people on those platforms are there specifically just to watch live streaming. I don't even know. I assume you can save VODs to Kick, right? I've never checked. I looked at it last night. I was like, oh yeah, this Kick thing. Let's go check this out. It was easy enough to make an account and hook it up to OBS. So I'm like, okay. I'm using for OBS. For multi-streaming, get this over Woo! You're probably not going to be able to see it because of the inception. Atom multi-stream. So I can literally just set up all your channels. And then whatever you want to stream to, it's like, okay, I'm going to stream to Twitch. Click, turn it on. Maybe I don't want YouTube. I just turn it off. Then I can click on Kick. Maybe I just want to do, I can't do just Kick. You have to do the first one for sure. So if I decide later on that for whatever reason I don't want to be on Twitch, I just want to be on Kick, I'd have to switch the order. But yeah, you can stream to a whole bunch of them. Like we have the settings. You can do horizontal ones. Well, it's not showing you that off. But there's a whole bunch of ones that are supported. I'm fine with just these ones. I've only ever used the two before. Yeah. I don't know, maybe Thursday I won't do YouTube. Rib Chop. Hey, thanks for showing up. Sorry, I didn't see your chat. I think I missed a few. The thing that Twitch misses, so if you miss it, you can't come back to. Yeah, I'm not going to save my VODs to Twitch. I've got to sit down and reconfigure my Twitch. I've got to turn off the ads. I want to turn off VODs. Turn off a lot of that stuff. Usually I record my stream. And then if I wanted to upload it to YouTube, I can go through and like make some edits and do that. But I'm really not that worried about it. And I don't want to do the whole like, we'll stream for a little while on YouTube, then go over to Twitch, then go over to Kick or whatever. I just want one place to stream. There goes Stream Elements again. Yeah, I can easily get that out. Then I can start listening to my own music. I used to let the chat pick the music. My chat's usually fairly well behaved, so maybe we'll try that again. There's lots of things to look at. Just quickly checking. Okay, so it's been over 3 hours, so I gotta get off. I gotta get to bed. Yeah. Again, I don't want my live streams on YouTube eventually. I'll probably leave them up for a week and then just go ahead and unlist them or make them private. Maybe just outright delete them. Oh, how'd that get there? No breakpoint. Yeah. Again, there's enough live streaming platforms out there now. I think most people, if they really want to watch live streams, they have no qualms with going to Twitch or Kick. Okay, so I'll give you like another 60 seconds. If anyone's got any questions or anything you want to say, now's the time. I do really like this streamer bot. It doesn't support Kick, but I can do, if I just want to look at my Twitch chat or my YouTube chat, if I just want to focus in on those, or the combo. And there's a ton of stuff you can do with streamer bot, but that's future me problems. Oops, I didn't mean to put it there. I wanted it on this side. No, this monitor. Yeah, the tools that have come out in the last 4 years since I've really streamed. Has it been 4 years or 2 years? I'll have to go back and take a look, but since the last time I've streamed, the tools that have come out, I really like. Oh yeah, I forgot about Discord. Does the link in Twitch work to go to Discord? If not, I can make a new one. If I post it out into, does anyone want a link? I can go ahead and post it, invite people. Will this work? I don't want one that's going to last forever. That should go to Twitch. There we go. It went to Twitch and to, what do you call it? YouTube. Let me go over. I can paste it inside of, whatchamacallit, Kick as well. So all three. If you're not part of the Discord, I guess I should start being a little more active here. As you can see, I belong to a few Discords. What happened in esports tonight? Oh. Okay. We got some new people. Oh, that's just me going, oh, I got to turn this off too. There's so much left to do. I got to switch around. Like if I reactivate this, well, if I start doing Discord again, we've got some bots. I got to go through, take a look. I got to get off, man. Why am I still on? What's this? Okay. All right, there's the link if anyone wants it. Hopefully it works. I'm out of here. Thanks for showing up, everyone. I'll see you later. I'll see you Thursday. Highly unlikely I'll stream tomorrow, but Thursday I should. Bye-bye. As soon as I find OBS.